Welcome you all to today's lesson. So, in this lesson, we are going to talk about two topics. So, this is just starting. Tomorrow, I will also continue from here. So, we'll be going through a lot of questions from different past papers. So, this one is falling under mensuration. Let us see how we can go about this question. So, this is the first question that we are going to answer. So the question is saying the following diagram shows the frustum of a cone. So this is a frustum of a cone. This is the diagram of a frustum of a cone. The top, the top and the bottom diameter are 6 centimeters and 18 centimeters respectively. So the top and bottom. So the top is what? 6 centimeters. Then the bottom is 18 centimeters. This is what you are given. Then the question is saying calculate the volume of the frustum. This is the question. How can we calculate the volume of a frustum? How can we calculate this? So you know that if this cone, if I was to complete this cone, this is what should come to your mind. The first thing, this is the first thing that should come to your mind. If you were to complete this, if you were taught to complete this, have you seen? So you are going to write something that would be like this. You complete the what? You complete the cone. So writing like this, have you seen like this? Which means this is now a full cone. So this is a full cone. So you complete it like this. That is a full cone. Now, what is the first thing? What are you supposed to do? What's the first thing that should come to your mind? So the first thing that should come to your mind is that what you need to do is that you need to know how to find the volume of a full cone. The question is saying find the volume of a frustum. What is a frustum? A frustum is this part that has remained when a full cone has been cut. So now we want to find the volume of this frustum which is here. So now there is a full cone here. Have you seen the way I've done? This is a full cone. Then there is a cone that is on top here. This is a small cone. Have you seen? Here also I'm making a small cone. So which means that here I've got two cones. So what I need to do, I need to find the height which is from here. Have you seen? From here to there. I need to find this height. So when I put a line like this, so I need to find the height which is there. I need to find this height of this cone. That is the first thing you need to do. You need to find the height which is there. So how do you find the height which is there? You start doing what? You start comparing. You get the radius of this, you compare it to the radius of a bigger one. So these are steps which you need to follow whenever you want to find the volume of a frustum. So what you are going to do is this. You get what is the radius of that smaller cone. The radius, this 6 is the diameter. So the radius is what? 3. So you say 3 over. This is what you are going to do. 3 over. What is the radius of this larger base, the larger cone? Half of 18, it is 9. So you put 9 there, which is equal to. What is the height of a smaller cone? What is the height of a smaller cone? You put x there. You say there is what? There is x. You are going to put x there. So which means that it is x. What is the height of a larger cone? Larger cone from here up to where? Up to there. So because it is starting from here to there. So from here to there, it is what? 10 plus x. Because we don't know x, so we also include the x which is there. So it is what? It is 10 plus x. This is what we need to do. So with this now, what are some of the things that you need to do? So here, this thing which I've formed here, this is an equation now. You need to solve this equation. So how can you solve this equation? How can you go about in solving this question? This is very simple. You cross multiply. So you say 3 open bracket 10 plus x cross is equal to what? 9 times x, it is 9x. This is what you're going to do. You say 3 times 10, it is 30. Plus 3 times x, it is 3x, which is equal to what? 9x. This is what you are going to do. From here now, you say, okay, let us group the like terms together. So we say 30 will maintain here. This one will go this other side, 9x. So when it crosses this equal sign, we have negative 3x like that. So which means that 30 is equal to 6x. If we subtract there. So from here, what are we supposed to do? We divide both sides by 6. We divide both sides by 6. 6 cancelled. What are we going to have? X, which is equal to, x will be equal to what? 5. So the value of x is what? Is 5. So since you know the value of x, then you are done. So once you find the value of x, everything becomes simple. This is what you need to do. So you go back to your diagram. You go back to this diagram. Have you seen? You go back to this frustum. Okay. So you know the value of x. What is the value of x? We found the value of x to be what? To be 5. So the value of x is what? Is 5. So you say the full data that you are going to have here, this is the data that you are going to have. You know, when I say capital letter H, I'm saying that the height of the larger cone. So the height of the larger cone is equal to what? What is the height of a larger cone? 10 plus 5. It is what? It is 15. You say 15 what? 15 centimeters. Then small letter h, I mean a smaller cone. So what is the height of a smaller cone? 5 centimeters. This is what we got. So this is the data that you are having. Then you just continue. Just need to continue from here. So now, what are you supposed to do? You write the formula. You just need to write the formula. The formula of the volume of a what? Of a cone. So what is the volume of a cone? Which formula do we use? So the volume of a cone is given by this formula. This is equal to, you say 1 over 3 pi r squared h. Have you seen? This is for a cone, a bigger one. Then you say minus a smaller cone which is on top there. So when you say this bigger one minus this smaller one, you're going to remain with this part. Have you seen? So you say this bigger one, this bigger cone, this bigger one, minus a small cone on top there. You're going to remain with this volume. This is what we get to do. So you say, okay, minus a smaller cone that is being formed on top there. So this is equal to, you say 1 over 3, then pi r squared h, small letter h like that. So this is the formula that we are going to use. So how do you work out with this formula? You can press in values the way this formula is, exactly the way it is. There is no problem. You can work it out that way. There is no problem. But if you want, you can further simplify this so that you come up with one formula that is going to summarize everything. You can come up with one formula. You know that what things are constant. 1 over 3 is constant. Even here 1 over 3 is constant. And pi is constant. Even here pi is also what? Constant. So you can say volume, this is the volume of a frustum, is equal to, so I want you to be used to this formula. You say 1 over 3, then the pi is constant, pi is constant, like this. Then you just say, what are you, if you remove 1 over 3 and the pi there, what are you going to remain with? R squared h minus what? R squared h. This is what you are going to remain with. So you can use this formula or you can use this one. These are just one and the same formulas. So I've just factorized what is common here so that I work out properly. So I say with this formula, the reason why I'm writing a capital letter R here, I'm telling you that the radius of a bigger cone, radius of a smaller cone, height of a bigger cone, height of a smaller cone. This is the data which is there. So from here now, what next thing are you supposed to do? Volume is equal to, you say 1 over 3 times, what is your pi? In the question here, you were given to use this pi. Take pi as, this is what you were given. Take pi to be that. So what you're going to do is this. You're going to say pi is what? Pi is 3.142. You open the bracket. Then you say, what is the radius? The radius there for bigger one, it is 18. This one, 18. So this is the diameter. So the radius is 9. So you say 9 squared. What about the times? What about the height? Height, I even wrote here, 15. So 15. Then minus. Smaller one, what's the height? What's the radius? It was what? Here. The diameter there is what? 6. So the radius is what? 3. The radius is 3. So I put a 3 here. Then I say squared. Times what? Times the height. Height is what? 5. So I just need to put a 5 there. Then I cross like this. Where I'm going to continue and say volume is equal to. So what do you get when you multiply here? So confirm with me. What I'm going to do is this. You say 1 times that one. You're going to have what? You're going to have 3.142. We have over what? Over 3. Then you say open bracket. Then let's expand what is there. You use your calculator where you say 9 squared times 15 minus 3 squared times 5. What answer are you getting? We are getting, so confirm with me, the answer that I'm getting, 9 squared times 15 minus 3 squared times 5, I'm getting 1170. You can confirm with me, so make sure you are following. This is the answer that I'm getting. So where I'm going to say this is equal to now, so the same answer there, I multiply it with this. So you say 3.142 over 3 times that answer now. So you say the same answer times, it is displaying on the calculator, so that is times 3.142 over 3. What answer am I going to get? So the answer that I'm getting is 12, like this, 25.38. Then I say centimeters cubed. So this is my answer. This is how you need to answer this question. So this is the volume of a frustum. So this answer, this is the volume, just a volume of a what? Volume of a frustum. This is the volume of a frustum. This is how you need to answer such a question. Have you seen the way I've answered? The same way I've answered, this is how you also need to answer this question. This is how you get to find volume of a frustum. So this is under mensuration. So what I need to tell you here before I conclude is that what changes, everything I was doing is just the same. What gets to change are the formulas. So here, let's say this was not a cone. So if it was not a cone, have you seen this formula which is here? The formula which is here. So if it was not a cone, I'm supposed to do this, but the formula that I'm going to do, let's say I'm dealing with a pyramid which has got a, let's say it has got a square base. So it has a square base. It has a square base. Which formula are you supposed to use? So you know that the formula of a square base, you say volume is equal to what? 1 over 3, then L squared times H. This is the formula you need to know. So it means when you write like this, then here you are going to say minus 1 over 3 small letter I squared times H. Have you seen? This is what you are going to do. So this is the formula you are going to use. Even when we are dealing with a rectangular base, there is a particular formula also that you need. You know that whenever you want to find the area of a square, we just say L what? L squared. This is how we just say. So what gets to change here, it is just the formula. So I'm going to show you this. I'm going to show you the difference between this question and the other one. If you are told now a pyramid, you are given a pyramid with a square base or a rectangular base, how to go about it. But it is just one and the same. If you just understand this question, then everything becomes simple. So what you just need to do here is to understand this question, know how to answer it, understand properly all the procedures that I've done here. Then I see if you are able to work with another question. So I'm going to give you an exercise on this. I'm going to upload a question in the group. So I want to see if we've understood this same one. Okay, so let us move to the other one. Let us move to the other one. So this is the we need to do. These are procedures we need to follow. So let us move to the other question. As you can see, tonight I'm not feeling too well. So we've got this question which is here. We are going to answer this question. This is question 2, falling under matrices. So this is just falling under matrices. We are going to answer it together. I believe some people are able to answer this. Some people are able to answer this. So let me just answer it. Let us revise through it. The question is saying, the determinant of matrix Q is equal to this. This is the determinant of matrix Q. Easy. So the determinant of matrix Q, this is matrix Q. So the determinant of this is 8. Find the value of X. First question. Second question, find the inverse of Q. So this is what we are given. First question, what are you told? You are told to find the determinant of matrix Q. So you are told the determinant of matrix Q is equal to that. Easy. The determinant of matrix Q is equal to 8. Find the value of X. Find the inverse of Q. So this is the matrix. You are given the determinant which is here. How can you answer this one? What you are going to do is this. So what you are going to say, you've got matrix Q which is equal to, this is matrix Q, having 8 there, having X minus 4, having 12 there, having X. This is what you are given. So with this now, you find the value of X. If the determinant of this matrix is what? So you are also given the determinant. What is the determinant? Determinant is equal to 8. So the determinant is equal to 8. How can you go about this question? You say this, you know that this is the what? Major diagonal. This is your major diagonal. You know that that is your major diagonal. then these that are in this manner, this is your minor diagonal. You know that is your what? Your minor diagonal. So that's what you need to do. That's what you need to understand. So from here now, what we are going to do, this is what we are going to do. I say that now, once you do that, you know that this is your minor diagonal, this is your major diagonal, like this. So what we need to do is that you say now that determinant, you know that determinant is 8. You multiply these two in the major diagonal. 8 times x. Then you say minus the minor diagonal. Say minus. Minor diagonal we've got what? 12. So you can put it here 12. Then you've got x minus 4, which is equal to the determinant. What is the determinant? 8. This is what you are going to do. So this is what you need to do. So when you multiply here, what are you going to get? 8x. Then here, when you multiply here, what are you going to get? Minus what? Minus 12x. Then negative times negative, you get positive what? 48. You are going to get 48, which is equal to what? Which is equal to 8. Have you seen the way I've multiplied? I wrote this number outside here so that I multiply this properly. This is what you need to do. So whenever you see two terms here, you need to put this one outside so that you multiply these ones properly. So here you group like terms. What do you get here? You get negative what? Negative 4x, which is equal to 8. When a 48 goes this other side, what are we going to have? So when it goes that other side, what are we going to have? We're going to have negative 48. This is what we are going to have. You say negative 4x is equal to, negative 4x is equal to 8 minus 48. That's negative 40 there. Then you say over negative 4 over negative 4. When these cancel out, what are you going to have? X will be equal to what? X will be equal to what? When you divide here, what are you getting? So when we divide here, what are we getting? 4 into 40, that is 10. Negative negative cancelled. So that is your value of x, which is what? 10. So that's how you get to find the value there. So the value there, it is just what? The value there just needs to understand it. It is just needs to understand it. It is a 10. So the next question, you are told to find the inverse. So Q is now equal to what? What is the matrix Q? 8 there. Here, since we know that x is 10, 10 minus 4, 6. You put a 6 there. We've got a 12 there. Here, we just put 10. You put a 10 here. You do this. So this is your original matrix. How can you find now the inverse? You say inverse is equal to 1 over the determinant. What's the determinant? 8. Then you do this. You know that in the major diagonal, positions will swap. So the 10 will go on top, the 8 comes here. In the minor diagonal, signs will change. We're going to have a negative 12 there. We're going to have negative 6 there. Just do that. Then you can end here. There is no problem. You can just end here. So this is how we get to answer this one. This is how you need to do all the calculations. This is how you are supposed to answer this. This is how you need to do it. This is how you need to answer it. So let's make sure we follow this. We understand this the way they are. At random from the box and not repressed. And a second card is then selected. Find the probability that the two cards selected have vowels printed. 2, one as a vowel and the other consonant printed. This is the question. How can you go about this question? How can you answer it? I'm going to show you the easiest way on how you can answer this question. So let us get started. Let us get started now. So I'll say solutions. I'm going to put my solutions here. Say solutions. How can you answer this question? So the question was saying that we are talking about two things here. You need to understand vowels. So you need to understand this. And then the other word is consonant. This is another word that you need to get. So for you to answer this question, you need to know what vowels are. So vowels, these are words like a, e, o, u, like this. So from the English alphabet, there are how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5. So you say 5 over the total number. English alphabet, we've got how many letters? 26. So vowels, we've got how many? 5 over 26. 26 letters. So then these vowels, how many? 5. So 5 over what? 26. You move to consonants. Consonants, these are numbers, these are letters solely. These are letters which remain when you remove these. So from the 26 letters, when you remove these 5, which ones are you going to remain with? There will be how many? So you say 26 minus 5. You are going to have what? You are going to have 21. So 21 over what? 26. This is what you need to get. So this is the data that we have here. This is our data. So vowels is 5 over 26. Then we've got consonants. These are 21 over 26. So I remember telling you that for you to answer a question under probability, you need to draw a tree diagram. So for us to answer this question, we need to draw a tree diagram. How are we going to draw a tree diagram? How many branches? 2 branches. So I'm going to do this. Even here, I'll do this. This is what I'm going to do. So I'll say these are vowels. These are consonants. So vowels, there are how many? 5 over the total number of letters, 26. Consonants, there are how many? 21 over the total number, 26. So it was saying that, and a second, this is the way the question is. And a second card is then selected. A second card was then selected, which is taking us to the second selection. So we do this. This is what we are going to do. Even here, I do this. This is what I'm going to do. So this is what you need to get. So we've got what? We start with there. We've got vowels. We'll maintain vowels, consonants, vowels, consonants, like this. So here we are going to assume the same way we answer probability. We are going to assume that the first card that was selected was a what? A vowel. So which means that here when we get 1, we are going to have what? 4 over 25. So we are going to have what? 4 there over what? Over 25. So I'm going to put 25 there. 4 over 25. I go to this one that is here. This one will maintain 21 of. What will change is the total number 25 because I removed a 1 from there. I move to this one that is here. So here I'm going to assume that what was tempered with is a consonant. So meaning that here only C is going to change. So C 20. Have you seen? I get 1, so I remain with 20 over what? 25, because even the total number will be changed. So when you're answering this part, you need to forget about that other part. So here, what are you going to have? That one will maintain 5 over 25, like this. This is what you need to do. So when we talk about the outcomes, what are we going to have on the outcomes? So on the outcomes here, so when we talk about the outcomes there, what are we going to have? Here we are going to have what? VV. This is what we are going to have. That is VV. Here, what are we going to have? VC. Here, what are we going to have? CV. Lastly, what are we going to have? CC. So when you are done with this, this is not W here, this is VV. So let me do it like this. This is VV. It's not W but VV. So this is what you need to get. So the first question was, how was the first question? The first question was that 2 cards selected have vowels printed. So vowels printed, we are going to have where we've got vowels printed VV, 2 cards. So here, as you can see, we've got 2 cards which are having what? VV. So we are going to get that one. This is what we are going to get. So when you get that one, what you are going to have now, what will be your answer? So you are going to do this. I'm going to write the answer here. So that one, the first one, we want to answer the first one. So you're going to say probability of what? VV is equal to what? You check on your diagram here. The first one is this one. You get this. This is the first one. Then the second one is that one. You multiply them. So you say 5 over 26 multiplied by 4 over 25. What are you going to have? So you multiply on your calculator. You get your calculator and multiply. You say 5 over 26 times 4 over 25. What are you going to have? 2 over, you are going to get what? You are going to get 2 over 65. This is your answer. 2 over 65, like this. So this is your answer. This is how you need to answer the first question. I move to the second one. How is the second one? How is the second question? So my second question, how is my second question? My second question is saying one has a vowel and the other a consonant printed. Okay, so vowel and a consonant printed. So now you check. Say probability. So we've got one what? Vowel. And the other one and what? You say and what? One. I'll do this. Which is equal to what? So what you're going to get now are the answers. So you say, okay, this one, we've got one vowel and one consonant. Even here, one consonant, then one vowel. So we are going to get VC, then plus CV. So we are going to multiply here, then we add this symbol addition. So I'm going to start with this one that is here. So this one, the first one is that one, the second is that one. So I multiply these two. So I will say 5 over 26 times this one, 21 over 25. I do this. Then I say plus. Maintain the same sign that is there, plus. I do this. Then what am I going to say? I say this one, CV. So the first C is this one, V is that one. This is what I'm going to do. So it is 21 over 25 over 26, sorry. I've got 26 there, over 26 times V, this one, 5 over 25. 5 over 25. This is what I'm going to do. So I multiply this one on my calculator. I say 5 over 26 all times 21 over 25. What am I getting? So if I say 5 over 26 times 21 over 25, what am I getting? 21 over 130. So I'm going to get what? 21 over 130. This will be my answer. Plus, as you can see, this one here is similar to that one. So here you also do the same. If you multiply here, have you seen here? These ones will just give you the same answer. So you say 21 over, if you want you can prove this, 21 over 26 plus 5 over 25. What are you going to have? So what are you? 21 over 26 times 5 over 25. What are you going to have? Same answer. This same answer, 21 over 130. So when you add these two, what will be your answer when you add these two? Plus 21 over 130. What are you going to get? You are going to get 21 over 65. So this is your answer. This is the answer that you need to get. So that's how we get to answer that one. Make sure you follow these. These are